Well, a piggy bank can be a symbol of prosperity, wealth, even luck. But how the idea of a piggy bank even came to life is one where you have to travel to White Cloud, Kansas to discover. And that's where Andrew McCrae takes us this weekend for American Countryside.
In the early 1900s, the Chapman family was living in the small town of White Cloud, Kansas, along the banks of the Missouri River. The Chapmans were missionaries, but were back home when a visitor came to town with an important message about helping those in need.
Mr. Danner, who was the first secretary of the American Leprosy Association, came for a visit. And he came to the church and explained to the people about the leprosy in Haiti and the countries that are across the sea in the third world.
As Linda Maris explains, Mr. Danner told those gathered it cost $25 per year to support a child's needs who had leprosy. The Chapman family was inspired to help, and Mrs. Chapman set the goal to donate $250, quite a sum in 1910, to help 10 children. Before Mr. Danner left town, he handed 10-year-old Wilbur Chapman $3 silver as a thank you for hosting him.
And so Wilbur thought, well, what could he buy with it? And then he told his parents he wanted to buy a pig and raise it, and then sell it and send the money to Mr. Danner.
Wilbur bought a piglet, named him Pete, and began feeding him to raise money to help children with leprosy. Meanwhile, his mother's fundraising was going well, but she was still short of her goal.
And then after he became a hog, he was sold, and Wilbur donated the $25 to finish up his mother's promise of $250.
Wilbur Chapman wrote a letter to Mr. Danner, along with the $25 from the sale of his pig. Mr. Danner was moved by what the boy had done and shared word of it through a Sunday school pamphlet the Leprosy Association sent to churches.
The American Leprosy decided that they would make piggy banks, little pigs like Pete the Pig, and send them to Sunday school so the children could put money in it to collect to send back to the American Leprosy Association.
And that event is said to be the birth of the piggy bank we know today. The pig was also immortalized in a classic children's book. E.B. White, author of Charlotte's Web, named the pig in his book Wilbur, in honor of Wilbur Chapman, the boy who had sold his pig to help other children. This small town honors that boy and pig in several ways, including a marker that is now many decades old.
This monument was built in 1938, and Mr. Chapman came back in 1938 when this was dedicated to him.
From the time we're kids, we're told we need to save money and help those in need. But now you know the story of the piggy bank all originated with a Kansas farm boy named Wilbur who wanted to help those with leprosy around the world. Traveling the countryside in White Cloud, Kansas, I'm Andrew McCrae.
Thanks, Andrew. All right, when we come back, John Phipps has his take on leases.
We all need longer-term leases. Yeah, right.